They've gone through so much, you can understand why they'd be tentative. So let's go deeper on this. Dan Raviv is the host of the Mossad Files podcast and author of Spies Against Armageddon, Inside Israel's Secret Wars. So Dan, let's start with that video from social media. You write it's excited to see relief and celebrations for hostages to be freed. Also, huge number of Palestinian prisoners held by Israel. Ceasefire and aid, great feeling. So we just heard from that former hostage's warning about people not maybe getting so excited so early. Is there good reason for him to be skeptical?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the deal has been made. Both sides are committed, both the Israelis and Hamas. Now, Hamas is a terrorist group. Of course, a former hostage, having been held by the terrorists, isn't going to believe what they say. Right. But on that side of the ledger, kind of backing it up, are Egypt, Turkey, and Qatar. They were under pressure and a charm offensive from the Trump administration, President Trump himself. Of course, at the talks in Egypt, there was Mr. Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, his good friend and trusted mediator, Steve Witkoff. I mean, this deal has been made. Netanyahu might have been reluctant because Israel is agreeing to release 2,000 Palestinian prisoners. 250 of them are convicted terrorists. So it's not easy for Israel, but of course the joy of getting back 20 live hostages. We expect that also 28 bodies of dead hostages will be handed over, and the sense that the Gaza war is over. It could start again, but I think this deal works, and Monday probably we'll see President Trump in the Middle East celebrating and taking credit.
So what will the next phase be once those hostages are released to end this war for good, from your perspective?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of attention toward ending the war and getting all the hostages out at once instead of piecemeal deals as in the past. But will President Trump and those other countries involved, I mentioned Egypt and Qatar, for instance, will they move on to something else, or will they really care about rebuilding the Gaza Strip, giving the Palestinians in Gaza some hope? And there's a sense, of course, that in Gaza, we don't know whether the people there still support the radical party Hamas. And will Hamas actually still be there? They're not going to vanish. They're going to hide their weapons. They're going to come back in the future. But does Gaza want to be extremist, radical, and reject the existence of the Jewish state of Israel? Or will there really be a change? That we don't know, but I think there has to be continued attention by the United States and its friends. And I'm not sure we have the staying power to stay involved as we need to be.
Well, one step at a time, and of course now the clock is ticking where the world awaits to see those hostages released and the families getting some relief. Dan Raviv, may it be so, right? Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's take a live look.